Duality is an illusion. The mind is an instrument, and you need to learn how to play the notes. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extremes meet. All truths are but half-truths. All paradoxes may be reconciled. The principle of polarity shows us that spirit and matter are opposite poles of the same thing, just different rates of vibration. The all and the many are the same, just varying degrees of mental manifestation. From a universal perspective, there's only ever one phenomena manifesting at different degrees. Silence is just less noise. Cold is less heat. Darkness is the absence of light. In the English language, or any language, we use many words to describe distinct attributes of certain phenomena. For temperature, we have hot and cold. For height, we have tall and short. It's common to hear the words thrown out like evil and good, but all of these words are subjective and they don't hint at an actual reality. For example, someone may say Texas is hot, but how hot is Texas compared to the Sahara Desert? How hot is the Sahara Desert when compared to the sun? Many words that we use as adjectives only make sense within relative measures, and these words have helped us humans make sense of our world. The second principle of correspondence, I have another video dedicated to that if you are interested, states that there is correspondence of laws across all planes. The phenomena that we see in our physical plane is a reflection of what we see in our mental and spiritual plane. As above, so below. So this law of polarity also applies to mental and spiritual phenomena. On the physical plane, we see how there's no difference in concepts like hot and cold, light and dark. The same idea applies to the concepts that we see on higher planes, such as emotions. People can be madly in love with each other, and then things get very ugly. That love turns to hate. Things change because love and hate operate on the same line. There is no such thing as hate, only love to a varying degree. Very low levels of love are perceived as hate. The same thing goes for courage and fear. Also witness flow of electricity. For an electrical current to work, you need both positive and negative charges. You need both poles, varying degrees of the same stuff. People can polarize themselves very quickly from one end of the spectrum to another. Art of alchemy is learning to transmute mental states at will. You are able to transmute fear into courage, sickness into health, poverty into wealth. Why? Because they're all the same thing. You just need to polarize your mind to the desired outcome. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. Cute. These are the rules for the principle of polarity. Things that belong to different classes cannot be transmuted into one another. Love can never become east or west or violet, but it can turn into hate. And it also happens the other way around. Imagine the higher spiritual plane is on one end of the spectrum and the physical plane is on the other end of the spectrum. The all and the many are the same. The difference is the degree of mental manifestation. This is why when we claim to be God, we may be partially correct. We may not be the all, but we are a manifestation of it to a small degree. Have a divine spark. Maybe the all is an incomprehensible realm of blinding light or darkness, and the average human is just a lone photon in some dark sector of space. I also like to think about this as an ocean. The all is the vast ocean, but a simple human is a drop. Same substance manifesting at different degrees on different planes. So how do we polarize our mental vibration? As I stated in the principle of vibration, this is done by an effort of will. Visualization is a very powerful tool, and you can use it to create emotion. The idea is to train your subconscious mind to follow the commands of the conscious mind. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Oftentimes, this process happens unconsciously for many people, especially when it comes to traumas. Traumas make it easier for people to call up a certain emotion at inappropriate times. Perhaps you're easily angered at a slight inconvenience, but you can regain this control through understanding the law of polarization. Remember, the physical plane is a reflection of the higher mental and spiritual planes. The physical sensations in your body caused by negative emotion can be reversed when you learn to polarize your mind on something positive in the mental space. Anytime you can switch the light on and make darkness disappear. The principle of polarity gives us a clear vision of how transmutation works. It's not changing one thing to another, it is changing the degree of the same thing. It is about learning how to change your mental state